2014 Hyundai Elantra with the 2.0 data motor. We're doing us a AC condenser and a pressure hose for the air conditioning system. So front bumper cover has to come off. The upper area here has to come off. The headlights need to be pushed out of the way a little bit. So I'm going on about 30 minutes. I already have the old items out. If you're doing just the hose, which goes from right here to the compressor down there, this is still the easiest way to get to it by taking off the same procedural items. You can get to it, you can squeak it out, but it was 10 times easier having to take that pressure hose off with the condenser out, because the radiator has a lot of play in it now. All right, so first things first, you're gonna have some push pin clips like these. Simple screwdriver. You can put a flathead screwdriver underneath to lift it up if these things are stripped out, and to pop it out. You have a couple of those across the top here. For the upper half of this radiator support brace, once you have this up here done, you'll need to gain access to these two holes and these two here and the two on the other side. To do that, for the fender cover, there's a simple 10 millimeter. It goes right here. You don't need to turn the wheel or anything. It's 10. It goes right in here. It goes straight up. So once that 10 comes out, pull. These are just held in with these little clips. Pull, 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 pull. This piece will come loose. Do the same for both sides. Once you've gotten, I didn't even take the bottom out, because literally all I need is enough just to gain access to here. So I still have the bottom clips in. You can take them off if you want. I don't want to do that. So just do this to both sides. 10 millimeter here. Pull from the fender liner. They'll plop all the way underneath. Headlights. Got 10 here, 10 here, 10 up here, and a 10 right here. Headlight assembly will come up and out of the way. Doesn't need to come all the way out, it just needs to come out enough in order to get these 212s for the brace. You have 212s here and 212s on the back side. So there's going to be 8 total. There's going to have 2 10s here, right there and right there. They're going to be for the radiator supports. They're going there like this. 2 10s going there. Holds the radiator to radiator support. 10 here. 10s there. The housing for this right here. They'll have 2 10s in the back. One here, one over here. There's going to have 2 10s for the upper radiator hose. They go on, same thing, back in this area here. Take that off, move it out of the way. Once you have all these 8 12s right here, the 10s, and these 10s that go right here, this whole bracket just lifts up. I don't have it detached from the hood release cable. I just moved it up and out of the way. I have my little blanket there so nothing gets scratched over that area. Once this bad boy is up, and then release your lines. It's going to be right here. 2 10s. One hose right here will come up and out of the way. Make sure you change the O-rings. The second one will be for this one. Just sit in there like this for your high side pressure connector. This is your high side pressure hose. This is the one that typically likes to leak. They love leaking right on with the metal and rubber fittings. Common on about every vehicle. So we're also replacing the condenser, I believe, for just the dryer. You can replace just the dryer itself, but if you had a internal compressor failure, it will usually throw shards throughout that condenser. These condenser holes are only this big, like the size of pencil lead. So the Freon flows through here in a zigzag motion. So if there's any shard of a blown up compressor, if you had one, they usually get stuck in there and clog that entire line. So Yes, you can place just the desiccant bag, which would be right in here, or place the whole condenser. Condenser's got to come out anyways in order to get the desiccant bag out, so go figure. But get our condenser out. We have one clip here, one clip down there. Same thing on this side. Flathead screwdriver going pried apart right there. Lift up both on one side, come over here to the other side. Another flathead screwdriver here, flathead screwdriver down at the bottom. Lift up. Whole AC condenser comes right out. Same way with the hose. It's going to have 10 millimeter. It goes right there. It's going to kind of snake in between the compressor and the discharge hose. Sorry, liquid line hose. And then snake back around. So just remember how you take it out to go back in. Of course, obviously, drain the Freon, but this one already had all the Freon drained out. So, because due to that leak, that's why we're replacing said items. So once you get it back in, pull a vacuum on it for about 15 minutes. Got a vacuum pump, got in the vehicle, get that worked up. Once that's done, charge the system back up. I believe this is going to take, didn't say, but I believe it's going to be about 1.1, 1.2 pounds. Oh, also put a little bit of PAG oil into the condenser. There is oil that's stored down at the bottom, so that way it doesn't take out the total system quantity. I would put about, I'd say 2 ounces, maybe 3, depending upon the size of your leak, because that leak will blow out that Freon and the PAG oil as well. So always a good idea to put more oil into the system. It's like changing your oil. You know you have a leak, you got to put some more oil in, because if these compressors run out of oil, they lock up just like an engine would. Alright, so we're going to go back together, put everything in. This all should take me probably about 35-40 minutes more to finish it back up, put everything back in, get everything tightened up, charge it up after it's been vacuumed out. But any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. This is a rather simple type job.